we're reacting to the dumbest attempts to cancel MrBeast. It is time to react to a funny video.
From people being angry at Chris for dressing up as a helicopter, to the vegan teacher claiming that MrBeast was promoting violence by not having pineapple on his largest slice of pizza, these are the absolute dumbest attempts to cancel MrBeast, and it all begins with an image of a helicopter from back in 2014. Remember when people were going around making the joke that they identify as an Apache attack helicopter? It was a meme that began back in 2014 when a user on Reddit posted a deliberately ridiculous paragraph reading, "I sexually identify as an attack helicopter. People say to me that a person being a helicopter is impossible, but I don't care, I'm beautiful. I'm having a plastic surgeon install rotary blades, 30mm cannons and AMG 114 Hellfire missiles on my body. If you can't accept me, you're a heliphobe and need to check your vehicle privilege. Thank you for being so understanding."
Obviously that was like satire shit. It was probably aimed towards I would assume the trans community. That whole attack helicopter thing was so fucking stupid. It was like such a bizarre trend.
Chris incorporated this copy pasta word for word in a 2016 video.
People say to me that a person being a helicopter is impossible. I'm having a plastic surgeon install rotary blades.
It's time to live my dream. She's just staring at me. Hey girl, you want some attack helicopter?
I was actually born a tank, but sadly it wasn't one of our 52 genders.
And if we take the joke and rank it on a scale from 1 to 10, with 1 being least offensive and 10 being most offensive, it probably wouldn't even hit 1 on the scale, because the only thing at the brunt of the joke is a flying metal vehicle. Yet, because they were making a joke about identifying as something other than their normal selves, some of Twitter's finest would call the video out over 4 years after it was originally posted. MrBeast exposed—
I don't think it was, you know, that offensive. I don't think his video in particular was that offensive. I don't know, maybe the original Reddit post, because that was like coming straight off the whole meme of being identifying as a helicopter. I feel like the video is, because it's just based off of the original Reddit post, I don't think it has as many problems. You know, I don't think it's a problem. I don't know if that's just how I see it. I think if you are quoting something, even if you are like doing something else with it, I don't think that if it's an offensive joke, I don't think it stays as offensive as it was originally, if that makes sense.
For what some fans have called a transphobic video. In a now deleted 2016 video, MrBeast says, "I was born a tank, but sadly it wasn't one of our 52 genders." The claim that this was distasteful was clearly ridiculous, and the comments supported such. Where's the transphobia? In their imaginations. I didn't know about the discrimination attack helicopters face till now. Chill, the video was obviously a meme. Don't try to cancel one of the best people on the planet because they made a video about being an attack helicopter. Literally so many people would be cancelled for nothing.
I agree with that. Absolutely. Yeah. That whole, let me see this whole thing. Obviously a meme. Absolutely. Even if the original Reddit post wasn't, I can't speak for the guy that made the Reddit post, but I mean, we all kind of know MrBeast to a certain degree. You know, we know of him. I don't think he would do something like that seriously. You know what I mean? And of course it's replying to Def Noodles. Oh my god, of course. Def Noodles just has to be fucking involved in everything, man. Holy shit. Oh my god. This fucking guy. Jesus Christ.
What was even funnier was that the people who were supposed to be offended by the video weren't even offended by it. As a trans person, I found this so funny at the time, and I still do. It's honestly so sad people get mad over stuff like this. It's obviously a joke. LMAO, my transgender sibling was laughing so hard at this. After reading the comments, I was glad to discover that I'm not the only trans person who thought his joke was funny.
You know what? That's a huge problem. That is actually a problem. when people get offended on other people's behalfs.
Excellent piece of investigative journalism by DMing MrBeast and Chris before stating, "Hi MrBeast, hope you're doing well. I was recently sent a video where you and your friend Chris Tyson make some seemingly transphobic remarks. Chris says he identifies as a helicopter. You make some remarks about gender. It's a video from 2016. Can you comment?" The whole thing was best summarized by the commentary channel Memeify.
Genuine question. How are you this sensitive to humor? Even just a joke about attack helicopters offends them this badly.
And while this cancellation attempt was extremely petty, it was nothing compared to another which would happen at a later date, this new one being so dumb that even PewDiePie jumped in to defend MrBeast. It began in November 2021 after the incredibly popular Squid Game video was posted, and MrBeast revealed that the entire production had cost upwards of $3.5 million, which included a prize of $456,000 for the winner of the video.
Wasn't this that shit where people were complaining about how much money he spent on it, and how much of that money could have gone towards, like, feeding the homeless and starving and all this shit? I just thought it was wild because, like, that video, that YouTube video probably earned him more than that back. You know? He probably earned over the probably 4 million he spent. So I don't see why people were complaining about it. Like, all of these videos that MrBeast does where he gives away money or whatever, he earns more money from those videos than he gave away in the video. I never understand when people are complaining about how much money he spent on something, considering how much money he makes from those things. And he has a whole channel, like, dedicated to helping people. I've forgotten the name of the channel, but he has a whole second channel where he literally just helps people. I just think it's bizarre that people would try and cancel him over this shit.
Video. Now this meant that the format wasn't much different to any of his other challenge style videos. He puts up a bunch of money in the beginning, various people compete for it, and whoever wins is rewarded with a pretty hefty payday. However, for some reason in the case of Squid Game, the success of the video seemed to trigger the response that the money should have instead been donated to charity. I'm sure that money couldn't possibly have benefited anyone else. Imagine using this money to actually help those who need that, not for fun. You could have just donated the 1.5 million. Now this argument makes a lot of sense as an extremely basic surface level idea. However, when you factor in a little thing known as reality, it crumbles pretty damn quickly. Firstly, it's infuriating because it can be applied to any amount of money. Oh, you got ice cream on the weekend and got 2 scoops? Why didn't you get 1 scoop and donate the rest to charity? Oh, you bought a new car? Why didn't you buy a second-hand car and donate the rest to charity? The fact that it's valid in all situations with any amount of money makes it a never-ending loop of why didn't you just spend less and donate the rest to charity? And
this is just people sitting up on their fucking high horse thinking like, oh my god, this person, I'm so much better than them. All this fucking bullshit. How much have they donated to charity? You know what I mean? Like, how much money have they given to a cause? You know? It's fucking wild how these people, Twitter users mostly, started complaining about the fact that MrBeast was spending money and he didn't give away any of the money to charity. How much do they give to charity? How much are they willing to give to charity even? Like, would they be willing to spend less on shit like, I don't know, a coffee, and instead of paying whatever 2-3 quid for coffee, putting that into a charity? I don't get this whole like moral, I wouldn't even say moral high ground, I would say a completely fake moral high ground, where it's literally them just sitting up on a high horse thinking that they're so much better than this person when they're not. They're genuinely just not. It's wild, man.
And to say that it's different in MrBeast's case just because it's a larger sum of money shows immaturity and that the people making these claims haven't thought through the problem in its entirety. The claim also displays an embarrassing level of ignorance about MrBeast's long-term vision, as it fails to take into account that the money invested in the Squid Game video will go on to earn more money, which over the long run will more than likely end up in the hands of the quote-unquote less fortunate.
That's exactly what I was saying. Yeah. That video probably earned way more than he spent on it. and then whatever profits he makes off that, as far as I'm aware, goes towards helping people. So I don't get the I don't get this shit, when people start complaining about stuff like this. I don't get it.
In the month that the Squid Game video was posted, MrBeast gained close to 10 million subscribers, and with MrBeast's main message being one of helping others, how can we be so sure that those inspired by his message wouldn't donate more than 3.5 million to charity themselves over the long run? So sure, he could take the whole 3.5 million and dump it into a charity, but at the end of the day, it's simply a poor short-term strategy. The other problem with these people putting pressure on MrBeast to give money to charity is that they probably don't even donate money themselves.
Exactly what I said, man. And the other thing as well that I didn't even think about is MrBeast's fans donating money to charity themselves as well, because they're inspired by him. I didn't even think about that. That's, yeah, man, he probably raises money simply through his community for charities. So, like, that makes all the complaining even less valid, you know? It just makes it sound really dumb when you compare it to the actual facts.
Point where you're comfortable giving money away requires an unbelievable amount of personal development. That's why it's a respectable thing to do. And the people who have reached this point of being charitable are not the same people who spend their life on Twitter calling out MrBeast for being a bad person. Thankfully, almost everyone echoed this sentiment. He gives a lot of money away, and through this method he can generate future revenue to help more people. I think he's done a hell of a lot more for the people than you have. Grow up. Look at his channel and tell me he doesn't help people. Grow up. Let this man spend his money however he pleases. The cancellation attempt was so pathetic that even PewDiePie uploaded a stream highlight in defense of MrBeast.
People were like, oh, you spent all this money like doing this when you could have just like fed the hungry or some shit like that. He spent 2 million building Squid Game, and people are like, well, he's not doing enough. This is the problem with Twitter. Like, people shouldn't have opinions.
Yet neither PewDiePie or MrBeast.
Man. Oh my god. That's funny. That shit's funny. Man, I don't know what the general opinion is on PewDiePie at this point, but man, he has some good takes sometimes, and that was fucking one of them. That was good. Also, yeah, here in the article, it says, MrBeast raised nearly 23.5 million and over 15.5 million for Team Trees and Team C's. That's nuts. Like, that's a lot of money. That's like, what, almost 40 million? That is wild.
Beast was safe from the next person who would attempt the most brain-dead cancellation attempt of them all, that vegan teacher.
Vegan teacher, yeah, vegan teacher, woo!
Dead cancellation attempt of them all, that vegan teacher. It began on the 2nd of August 2021 when out of the blue, that vegan teacher would upload a new video titled, MrBeast, no amount you give to charity can undo the damage you are causing by promoting eating meat. Now we need to preface this section by explaining that being provocative is the vegan teacher's main method of growth. Her formula is simple. She picks a beloved influencer such as Gordon Ramsay, PewDiePie, or Darman, then goes out of her way to frame them as anti-vegan in any way possible. This in turn gives the commentary community a reason to talk about her, providing her with growth through controversy, in a similar way to Jellybean or Wings of Redemption, and with this in mind, it's hardly surprising that the vegan teacher would eventually come for MrBeast.
This is something that I've thought from the very beginning. I never made a video about that vegan teacher because I think the whole vegan teacher drama thing was over by the time I started this channel. So I never really talked about that vegan teacher, but I think that her whole thing is just saying shit that she knows will offend people. Well, offend people. Saying shit she knows will get a reaction. And from that, you know, she gets popular. But the thing is, like, usually people like that, most of their followers don't even like them. Like, I guarantee a lot of Andrew Tate's followers before he got banned, a lot of them probably didn't like him at all. I know there's this whole, like, mentality that any kind of, what's the word, like, publicity, any kind of, notoriety or whatever you want to say is good, but I'm not sure how well that applies to social media. But no, I never liked that vegan teacher. I never liked her message. I've nothing wrong with you being vegetarian, pescatarian, vegan, anything like that. As long as you're not shoving it down people's throats. I'm not gonna make a video talking about how good meat is and how much I love eating meat. Like, I don't care, you know? I don't think eating meat is is gonna be a big problem compared to everything else, is what I'm trying to say. Eating a burger is not gonna it's not gonna melt the ice caps, you know?
Should begin by reviewing his I ate a $70,000 golden pizza video by stating that there are millions of children starving around the globe and that instead of buying an expensive pizza, the $70,000 would have been better spent solving world hunger.
But before we watch him eat a $70,000 pizza, let's look into the eyes of this child. There are millions of children around the world who are starving to death. $70,000 could buy a lot of food.
Oh, shut the fuck up. This is the same shit again. How much money has that vegan teacher donated towards starving children? You know what I mean? I just think this is wild. It's nuts because I don't think people understand how much money MrBeast has to begin with. I don't think when he spent that money on that pizza, I don't think it really made that much of a difference because he earned money from that video. And I guarantee it was a hell of a lot more than, what was it, like 70k? He probably earned like 10 times that at least off that one video. Like with the amount of views he gets, and he's like in the top tiers probably of the YouTube money-making machine. You know?
Only this started the vegan teacher's argument on poor footing, as it failed to include the fact that 5 months prior, MrBeast had begun Beast Philanthropy, with the first 4 out of 5 videos on the channel.
This is the channel I'm talking about. This, what's it called? Beast Philanthropy? Where he literally just helps people. You know? So I don't get the whole statements, any kind of statement saying that he doesn't help people and he just wastes all his money. Like, I guarantee he spent way more money on all of these videos than he spent in his fun videos. You know what I mean? It's wild.
With the first 4 out of 5 videos on the channel doing exactly what the vegan teacher was complaining about, feeding people without access to food. Do more research, he has donated millions to the hungry and the homeless. He's also one of the biggest philanthropists on here. Vegan teacher, those 70,000 could have gone towards feeding starving children. Also her, he bought everything in a store and donated it to charity or whatever, but that doesn't matter. He literally has a food bank to give food to families that can't afford it. Meanwhile, the vegan teacher was doing absolutely nothing to help solve world hunger herself. When you search up that vegan teacher charity, unsurprisingly nothing comes up, with her only attempt at feeding the hungry being her complaining about others not feeding the hungry. Upon visiting her Patreon, it states, "Each donation, big or small, helps to sustain me so I can devote more time and resources to helping save the animals by educating others about not eating, wearing, or using them."
I'm sorry, what? Time and resources to make like a minute-long TikTok? You know how long that takes? Literally a minute. You literally get your phone, go, meat eaters bad, post it. That's your time and resources. So, what's the rest of the $27 a month going towards?
Which roughly translates to something like, the money will go directly into my bank account and I'll continue to make videos framing decent people as evil anti-vegans, which is what she would do to MrBeast as her first video continued to roll. The vegan teacher's next criticism was that MrBeast didn't specify whether or not each item of food was vegan.
$5,000 taco.
Are they vegan tacos made with beans and vegan cheese?
This is $1 pizza.
Is that vegan cheese?
This is a $2 hot dog.
Is that a vegan hot dog?
Yet when you think about it for a couple of minutes,
What? Who cares? Who cares? Man, look at that. 107 million views? And she was complaining that he spent 70k on on a pizza? Do you know how much money you can make off a 12, nearly 13-minute video that has over 100 million views? It's a lot more than 70k, I'll tell you that.
Minutes, this would actually be an incredibly dumb thing for MrBeast to do, as it would set an impossibly high standard for future videos. For example, if MrBeast attempted to appeal to the vegans once by stating that he was eating vegan food, he'd run the risk of backlash in future videos, as the audience could now use leverage against him by stating, oh, you were eating vegan food before, why didn't you continue doing so, ironically making the consumption of meat less controversial.
What? I don't know if I agree with that one. You can be vegan and then choose to go back to eating meat. It's not vegans that will get offended by that shit. It's crazy people with Twitter accounts. Like the kind of people that shouldn't have internet access. Either that or people that are just trying to get a reaction. It's just those kinds of people that would find that kind of stuff controversial. I don't think it would have any effect on actual decent, normal, vegan people. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that one.
Additionally, while vegans have a reputation for being quite vocal, according to the data, only 2% of the US population is vegetarian, and out of that, only 0.5% of the population is vegan, and therefore making content to appeal to vegans would be a poor strategy, when MrBeast has stated on numerous occasions that his goal is to simply reach the widest audience possible. The vegan teacher would then go on to state that MrBeast's video of him eating different foods worth different amounts of money was promoting violence and destroying the environment.
MrBeast, unfortunately, I have given you so many X's here for promoting the violence, for not talking about the environment.
Before going on to state that he needed to become a vegan animal rights activist in order to undo the non-existent damage.
You need to go back and undo the...
What? What? Man, I don't get this. I don't get this shit. When like a celebrity or something is called out for eating meat, oh my god, the horror. Someone else would have just eaten it instead. It's not like you're solving some kind of crime by not eating meat. You're not fixing a problem. You're just giving the problem to another person. It would make sense if every time we wanted to eat meat, we had to go out and actually, like, kill the animal. Then it might be promoting violence and whatever, but...
damage that you've done. The first thing that you can do, MrBeast, number one, is become vegan. Number two, become an animal rights activist for the rest of your life. Tell people that the videos that you've done in the past, including this one, that you're ashamed of and that you wish you had never done them.
Okay, first of all, what exactly does she mean by animal rights activist? Like, animal rights to me is not testing chemicals on animals and not killing domestic animals. You know what I mean? Like, not neglecting animals that are domesticated. And when I say that, farm animals are not domesticated. They're farm animals. They are wild animals enclosed in a small space, bred and killed specifically for food. So they don't count. Animal rights activist. I wouldn't call myself an activist either, but I agree with animal rights. And I mean actual animal rights, like not neglecting your pets and not testing makeup on, like, you know, small animals and stuff. I don't get this animal rights shit. I don't get it. And what I mean is, like, people being offended by the fact that you want to eat meat. I find it so bizarre. I remember I commented something on a Instagram post before. I think someone was talking about, like, oh my god, those poor animals. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they were saying, well, you wouldn't eat your dog, would you? Bitch, no, of course not. But it's not the same thing. It's... I don't get it. The whole veganism thing. I don't mean like veganism in general. I mean like this shit, this like over-the-top veganism.
Which was concluded by the vegan teacher demanding MrBeast apologize in her comment section.
MrBeast knows about my channel here. Make sure that he subscribes and that he joins me in the comment section to tell me that he's going to change.
MrBeast is not
Unsurprisingly, the
going
vegan
to
teacher
subscribe
never
to you.
got the apology. However, one thing she did receive on the video was an impressive dislike ratio of 96.4%, alongside comments such as, he literally
Oh, common vegan teacher L right there. Oh my god, that's
He
nuts.
spends most of his money saving the world and helping others. The amount of money he donated to people in need and to plant trees is more than you can make in 100 years. Beast is a legend, he doesn't deserve this. However, with the vegan teacher's video receiving more views than any of her other uploads, only 6 days later she'd post another video attempting to cancel MrBeast, this time titled @MrBeast Stop Paying for Animal Abuse, in which she'd go on to call MrBeast out for not specifying whether or not the base of the ice cream they were eating was vegan.
But what is the base made out of? Is the base made out of something vegan? I don't know what you're eating. It's some sort of cake, but you didn't. So I'm gonna put another X because you're not saying specifically that it's vegan.
Oh my god. Oh no. I can't believe MrBeast would do that. Oh my god. No, MrBeast. I can't believe you didn't specify if the ice cream base is vegan. Oh my god. That vegan teacher has to be playing a character. It has to be a character. There's no way there's actually genuinely a real person out there that thinks this way. There's no way.
The vegan teacher would upload a third video in which
Oh, I also love the t-shirt. End the animal holocaust. Bruh. I'm sorry, come on, man. The animal holocaust, that is unbelievably insulting to anyone that was either involved in that or had family involved in that. That's just... Oh my god, that... I've heard this before, but I completely forgot about it. This whole, like, vegan teacher comparing people eating meat to the Holocaust. Or saying that it was worse than the Holocaust, I think is what actually happened. I think she said it was worse than the Holocaust. That's nuts.
which she'd state that MrBeast was again promoting violence, this time by not having fruit and vegetables on his pizza in the I.
But she liked the video though. That's her account. She liked the video though. Damn. Caught in 4K. That vegan teacher's actually a MrBeast supporter. She probably just unsubscribes so she can record the screen and then subscribes again as soon as the video's done.
Promoting violence, this time by not having fruit and vegetables on his pizza in the I ate the world's largest slice of pizza video.
Where is the pineapple? X. What on earth? What is this pizza? There's not one single vegetable on there? Where are the mushrooms? Where's the spinach? Where's the broccoli? What else have you got on there? You have
Sorry. Hold on a second. Mushrooms, spinach, broccoli, and pineapple would not go well on a pizza. It would just not work. It wouldn't work. Mushrooms, I get. Yeah, they're nice on pizza. Not with all those other ingredients. Pineapple, I get. Yeah, that's probably a controversial one. I think it's nice on pizza. But it wouldn't go with mushrooms. Spinach just, I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever had spinach on a pizza before. Broccoli, no. That would be some kind of cardinal sin. She didn't even say, like, sweet corn. Like, that's a common topping on a pizza, right? Sweet corn. I've seen sweet corn on pizza before. She didn't even say that. She just went with all the weird ones. Probably to get a reaction, and hey, look, it worked. I mean, it worked.
What else have you got on there? You have no green peppers? No hot peppers? That's not food? What is that? Is there even sauce on there? Is there even tomato sauce?
Hot peppers. Sorry, vegan teacher. I believe they're called chilies. Chili peppers. If you want to be specific. Perhaps something along the lines of a jalapeno, you know? You could throw some of them on there. Green pepper? Like, wait, she said green pepper, right?
No green peppers?
Green peppers. Like bell peppers? On pizza? This woman isn't real. She's not real. She doesn't actually exist.
X.
This was best summarized by a comment reading, someone needs to explain to the vegan teacher that putting vegetables on something doesn't make it vegan. However, this was still nothing compared to that vegan teacher's most outrageous comment of all 3 videos. She'd state that because MrBeast had a professional hot dog eater in his video, this was promoting the food poutine. Poutine has cheese in it, cheese comes from milk, and milk is taken from cows, and therefore MrBeast is promoting the act of stealing.
Why are you promoting people that eat large amounts of food?
And not only does he hold the world record for hot dogs eaten, but he has so many.
Did you even say vegan hot dog at all? What else do you got here? Poutine with cheese on it? Cheese comes from milk, which is stolen from mothers after their babies were taken from them. Do you think that kidnapping is okay, MrBeast? Kidnapping babies and stealing from them? Do you think that stealing is okay? Apparently you do.
My god. Oh my god. She is hard to listen to. Jesus Christ. I'm just glad I'm not listening to her music right now, because I know how bad that is.
Cheese! Oh my god! Is that cheese? You know, cheese is taken from milk. The milk is taken from mothers after their babies are ripped away from them.
I don't care. Cry about it.
Apparently you do.
Unsurprisingly, all 3 of the vegan teachers' attempts to cancel MrBeast failed miserably, as did the 2 we discussed earlier. In fact, there really hasn't been a single bit of MrBeast drama that's had the slightest effect on his reputation. His bulletproof public image and masterful management of controversy turn every cancellation attempt into water off a duck's back.
That's the thing about MrBeast as well, is like, you can say the wildest shit about him. It doesn't fucking matter. You know? Anything you say about MrBeast, it doesn't matter. Genuinely does not matter, because his fans will support him. Even if he doesn't say anything, like, he doesn't need to, because his fans will do it for him. MrBeast, like, probably sometimes doesn't even know that shit is going on when it's happening. And his fans have already, like, put out the fire before he even hears about it. It's nuts. Can you imagine having that big of a following and that much of a dedicated fan base? That's a good video. Go support Sunny V2. He's making some fantastic videos. Really good stuff. Go subscribe, leave a like on this video, and watch some of his other videos, because they're all great. My camera got real slow. Oh my god. Why does it look like ass? It just looks bad. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you want to see a video of me reacting to the worst dating show on YouTube, click right here. It'll be here somewhere. Click on that. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you want to come see me do this kind of stuff live, come over to Twitch, twitch.tv/actual_Archer. Come follow me there, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.